Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. My name's Adam, and this is Saturday night special episode 97. I got a few notes here so I can tell you what we got this week going on. All right, so we got a few things to talk about. I got some machine work for you to share with you, and we've got some couple viewer appreciation gifts that come in. Actually, one of them is something for the machine here, and we got some other upcoming videos I'll let you know about. I want to go ahead and start off and fill you in on a little bit of info on the What's in Your Box Toolmakers collaboration. You know, if you probably watched some of my videos on the vise that I was building, and we talked about that the plans for this vise was going to be downloadable for anybody that wants it. Okay, so the prints were provided by Tom Zelikman, Inspiration Metalworks, and he's the one that revised the print and put it on CAD, and he now has all of those prints available for anybody to download. Okay, so I've got the links in the description box down below that you can click on, as well as the link to his channel if you want to go there. He's got a video on this where he talks about it, goes through it, and mentions the corrections that he had to make in it, things like that. So I'll have the descriptions there. I added his video to my playlist for the vise, and so any of you guys that were interested in that, go check out the links. You can download them and you'll have them, and you can build this vise for yourself. Okay, so I wanted to give that a mention there. Okay, so check out Tom's channel also. Okay, he's a real nice guy, and he's got some good stuff out there too. Okay. All right, I've got some indicators over here that I sent out for a repair, trying somebody new. We're going to give them a mention here on the channel, and we're going to share the work that they did. And the last weekend, you know, I went to Moultrie. I went over to see Alex and spent some time with him. Had a great time, man. Me and Alex always have a good time. We're always been really close and good friends, and you know, we're in family. So we hung out. We went to the Moultrie, Georgia swap meet up there. I ran into a couple friends up there, and I've got video of that, so you guys will get to see that. But what I was getting at was what I decided to do is I'm going to make a separate video on just the road trip and visiting Alex and what we were getting into, the Moultrie, Georgia swap meet, and we've got a little bit of burnout action there that that you guys are going to get to see. So that's all going to be in one video. And SNS this week, I've got something else to share with you, some machining on an impeller and a shaft that we're gonna fix up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to our viewer mail and our tools and stuff like that. Okay, so this is our first viewer mail for the week, and this was made and given to me by Jeff Bernstein. Okay, he decided to make a couple of the screws that I've been missing, or he made two, but the screw that's missing on the Monarch tailstock quill. All right, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a video, I don't remember what video it is now. There's a video where I was talking about the screw. There's a tapped hole in the quill that a screw goes into, a custom size screw that goes in, and that's what holds the tang of the drill bit, the flat, the very end of the drill bit that's got that flat on it. So this screws down into the quill, and then your taper shank goes up in there, and this keeps your drill from spinning inside your Morse taper spindle hole there. Okay, this was a completely odd size thread. It's proprietary to Monarch, and let me see, I believe it was 11/16/16. So it's not a standard tap size or, you know, die size or anything like that. It was kind of custom. So yeah, it's 11/16/16. So Jeff, you know, he was tuning in whenever we talked about that, and he said that he wanted to make one because he also needed one for his Monarch. He's got I believe his is a 14-inch Monarch, so it's a little smaller than mine, but he also needed to make one. So he said, hey, I want to make you one also. So he did. He actually made two of them, and they're slightly unfinished. And the one thing that we're going to have to do is just machine a slot in the end face right there, just so we can put a screwdriver on it and adjust it. All right, so that goes down in there, and that should hold our drills. So this is something that we'll be getting to pretty soon. We'll do a little bit of machining on those, and we'll throw them in an S&S episode, okay? So thank you very much, Jeff. And he also sent me my very first Christmas gift of the season. So he's got a Morse taper sleeve right here, a number 3 to a number 4 Morse taper. And these are always nice to have around the shop, Jeff. So I really appreciate that. And again, thank you for the screws for the Monarch. Hopefully we'll get to those real soon, and we'll put them to use over there, okay? Thanks, man. Okay, so we got another viewer gift right here, and this is from another Jeff, another friend, another viewer. And these, it's funny, these two guys right here, I just showed you the stuff from Jeff Bernstein, okay? And I have another viewer that also lives in Pennsylvania. Jeff Bernstein lives in Zionsville, Pennsylvania. And this is from Jeff Bernstein, and he's from East Brady, Pennsylvania, okay? So that was funny to me, you know, that they're almost identical names right there, and they're from Pennsylvania. So I just thought that was funny. I wanted to point that out. But so what Jeff's done is he sent a couple of these old school leather sweatbands. Okay, and these are used on your welding shield, your welding helmet. You snap them around the part that goes around your forehead right there. Okay, so got 2 of them right there. Good stuff right there. I appreciate it. He wrote me a nice letter right here, and he says that he really enjoys seeing the work on the K&T over here, and you know, just some really nice things to say. So thank you very much, Jeff, for the leather bands there for the welding shield. We'll make sure we put those to use. All right. All right. I got another really cool box from my special buddy Mike Sapo, and also his wife Kelly. He put together a couple tools for me that he wanted me to try, and there's a couple reasons why he put this little package of tooling and carbide together for me. One of the reasons is, so one of my threading holders, I've got a couple around here and I got them at work. They use this older style threading insert, TNMC 43NV. Okay, it's this style of stand-up threading insert right here. Most of you have probably seen that style. Well, this has become sort of an obsolete style of insert that's a little bit harder to find to buy now, you know. And like I said, this is what I've been using at work for quite a while. So I'm sure you can find them other places, but like Kennametal doesn't make those anymore. So you can't buy them from Kennametal. So you got to find them from other sources and maybe online. So anyway, I had asked Mike about that, about TNMCs, and he told me, he says, hey, I found an old pack of these. You know, these are new old stock that they'll never get used. So he says, I'm going to send you a pack of those. And then he goes, I'm going to go ahead and send you a different style of threading holder. And this is more of an updated style. This is like the Kennametal Top Notch. Okay, it's a green leaf tool holder, but this is Kennametal Top Notch insert tooling right here. So this is a modern day insert. I've never used these before, so this is my first one here. But I do have a few of these type of inserts floating around the shop in some of these toolboxes. I don't know if they were this big or not. And I also want to say that I give some to Keith Rucker a while back also. So I don't know if I got any more left or not. But anyway, he wanted to send this to me in a few sample inserts so that I could go ahead and invest in some more inserts for this holder. See, we got one that's got a full radius. That'll be extremely handy right there for doing undercuts for threading and undercuts and shoulders on shafts. And we've got some grooving. That's a smaller radius insert there. And then you've also got these for grooving. Okay, so it's a grooving insert there. It looks like a 1/8. And this is another grooving insert right here. That's a different grade of carbide. And then one more threading insert right here. All right, so that's very cool right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and have the guys at work to do my ordering go ahead and order me some of these inserts to go with that holder right there, and I'll start putting these to use on all that threading I do. All right, one more that he wanted to send me was this guy right here. Now this is a DNMG insert, the diamond type, the DNMG. And this is a brand new Kennametal holder right here, 1.25 inches. So I could use this in the American Pacemaker at work. If I wanted to use it in any of the machines, I'm going to have to mill some off of it. But he was telling me about these whenever I was doing that stainless steel that you seen a few episodes back. Whenever I was turning those shafts, I was having problems with chatter. And I was in communication with him, and he was telling me that this is an insert that they'd use where he works that's been working extremely well for stainless steel. And I believe it was stainless pipe is what they've been turning with that. So it's got a positive rake to it. Oop. It's got a positive cutting action to it. All right. And he said it'll work really good. So he wanted me to try that. So I'm looking forward to giving this a shot whenever I have some more stainless to do, or whatever. We'll find some jobs for that. So all really good stuff, Mike, that I will be using. This is great. So I really appreciate it. And also Kelly, thank you very much. And I'm still waiting for that cooking show. I haven't seen it yet. Thanks, guys. Okay, so that's the indicators that I sent off to have repair. And I found out about this guy actually through Tom Lipton. He used him and told me about it. And Tom did a little segment in one of his Meatloaf videos on some indicators that he sent as well. So I wanted to give him a try. And this is, I'm going to throw the link up there. It's MR Tool Repair Service. Okay, I'll put his email up there. So if anybody is interested in trying this guy, you can give him a shot. But I will say that he's very friendly, very fast, and very affordable, okay? And he seems very knowledgeable in this line of work. So he likes the Federals. So these are a couple Federals that I've been holding on to have repaired for a long time. And I've got a few more around here that I want to send in also. I got this little guy right here that's been sitting up there. It needs a new crystal. But anyway, I picked out a few, and there was actually one other one that I sent that I wanted to have fixed, but it was unrepairable. There was a part that was just, he couldn't source it. It was really old, and so we just had to kind of forget about that one. It was one of my granddad's test indicators, a Federal. But these he was able to bring back to life. These were also my granddad's indicators right here. And this one's pretty cool. He left the original bezel face inside there. This one was also granddad's, and this is really unique with it being a back plunge indicator, okay? So it's kind of like these Starretts here. And he was able to, he had to put a new face on there and put a new bezel and clean it and everything. So it wasn't working at all whenever I sent it to him. It was just really, really stiff and gummed up. So he got that back to working condition right there. All right. And then I've got several of these guys around here. There's a few that's, not been working. So these are the Starrett 196. Let me see. Yeah, the Starrett 196. And these are not really expensive indicators to buy. Usually you can buy this in a set, in the complete set for around 40 or 50 bucks. So, I asked him about it. I said, look, I got a couple of these things that could be fixed if it's, worth fixing. So he said, yeah, send them on. We can usually do something with those also. So one of them, I believe, wasn't working, and they both needed crystals. I can't remember now exactly what the deal was, but I sent two of them. I think I have a couple more that I could have fixed also. But anyway, he does a really good job. I really appreciate it. Fast turnaround and very reasonable prices. These range that I had done right here anywhere from like $30 to $35 a piece, okay? So that's affordable. These are good quality indicators, all right, old. And I'd like to start using some of these older ones whenever I can. And like this back plunge right here, I've been wanting to put that to use. So again, that was MR Tool Repair Service. I'll have his link in the description box in the video, so check that. And if you're interested, he'd be happy to give you some service on your, not only indicators, he also fixes all kinds of measuring tools, micrometers of all types, and other things too. And he can go into a little more detail if you just drop him an email, okay? So Thank you very much, MR Tool Repair Service. I'm really happy with those, and hopefully I can find some more and send your way and get some more of these tools fixed up. Okay, so here's the job. We've got an impeller shaft that's got a lot of wear there here on the end, a wallered keyway also, and this is the impeller. This is one that's been bushed before, so we need to remove this and make a new bushing here and bring it back to size, and then we need to weld this in. Need to weld that up and then return it, mill a new keyway. Okay, moving on to the impeller. Got it set up in the forge jaw, got it indicated running true on the two seal faces out here, both sides. And we're gonna bore this out and put another bushing in there, okay? So this has got a little bit of stick out that I had to note. So I wrote those dimensions down. It's sticking out 100 thousandths, and it doesn't go all the way through. There's a shoulder back there that this bushing is pressed against, and that just helps keep it in there from going all the way through, all right? Go ahead and start cutting on it. Okay, that's the end of the bushing there, so I stopped it. I'm hitting a 0 on my DRO. And that'll be the back of the shoulder there. And just keep cutting it out of there. All right, we got the impeller completely bored out and cleaned up true, so we got a nice clean bore to work off of. So now we got to take a piece of stock, make a new bushing to where it'll press in there. All right, so we're just getting the impeller bored to size to 0.875. Okay, we got our bushing board to size 7/8, and then we got our keyway broach in there, which is a 3/16 key. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to put a couple Dutchmans in there, and that's set screws that'll be drilled and tapped on the split line of the bushing and the impeller. So we'll have one 180 degrees apart. I already found the center and offset it the proper amount to put me right on the split line. And what we'll do, since this is a raised face here, we're going to use a 1/4" end mill to cut that down flush with this face here, and then we'll do our drilling and tapping. Okay, table locked. Just come down to it touches. Okay, and while I'm set up, I'm going to go ahead and move it over to the other side. Do the same thing there. Okay. Okay, there we go. And I'll take those out, and I'll actually put some Loctite on those. And you do a little bit of filing right there on each side. That's ready to go. Okay, moving on back to the rotor shaft. Got her set up using the steady rest set up on the bearing journal there. So we're running through here. Got her running through here. We'll recut the center, turn it to fit the impeller nice and tight. Alright, running nice and true. Okay. Just using a high-speed tool bit there, one of my chip breakers. Doesn't create a lot of pressure. It's kind of a free cutting tool, and it does a good job. Okay, we got the shaft fitted to the impeller, and you can see I can twist it on there. That's a good fit right there. So Come on, baby. That's a good fit. All right, so our last step, need to mill a new keyway, 3/16 keyway, and then we'll be finished up there. I'm gonna give this a little polish right here though and clean that up, make it look a little bit better. All right, we got our flat established and we're getting ready to mill our 3/16 key. I'm just going to use a little bit of cutting oil for this little short cut here. I usually like to use my flood coolant. All right, we got our key mill. Then we got a new key, and we should have success. There we go. Okay, that's a good fit. See, there's no rock. There's no back and forth motion on the key. Good to go.